pregame show. I'm Matt Dole, along with your co-host,
Tim Gill, Shay Goddard,
and we're here to give a discussion about the genome-wide association study that identifies two major loci affecting calving ease and growth-related traits in cattle. Tim, would you mind giving us just a brief overview of this study?
Sure thing, Matt. Now, this study evaluated the effectiveness of selection on two loci that were correlated with calving ease in bulls. Now, the reason why they did this study was to simply provide an additional selection tool to producers for them to utilize during their evaluation of potential sire replacements in their reproductive operations. Shay, how did they perform this study?
Well, Tim, what they did is they chose 1,829 dual-purpose bulls, Fleckbay bulls, and they genotyped them using the Illuma bovine SNP 50K bead chip. They looked at 54,000 separate SNPs. What they're looking for was phenotypic EBVs for daily gain, body size, and paternal calving ease. Phenotypically, they rated these bulls on 1 to 4. 1 being the calf just slid right out, 4, just get rid of that cow. After that, they genotyped all the bulls. In that process, they had to exclude 29 of the bulls because it didn't fit in the genotypic parameters for the study. Matt, can you tell us about the results?
Absolutely, I'd be glad to. So the results from this study found that there are 8 different SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms, on chromosome 14 and 3 different SNPs on chromosome 21. So that means there's a total of 11 different SNPs on 2 different chromosomes. This really gives our producers a lot better tool to take back their operation and really apply this and help with their calving ease and their growth-related traits in their cattle. Also, 10% of the variation of the EBV can be explained by these 2 different loci. So like I said earlier, it's really going to help our producers and help out their calving ease, their growth-related traits, and just all around help them have a more profitable operation. Oh, wait. This just in. I actually have a report from Mr. Bryson Mills. He's in the field with a producer, and he has an interview with him that he would like to share with us. We're going to kick it to you, Bryson.
This is serious? Sure. Oh, well, thanks, guys. We're live. All right, we're going to go see if we can track down Travis Smith, University of Wyoming Beef Unit Manager. Come with me. Mr. Smith?
Hi there.
Hi, I'm Bryson Mills. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions regarding the new genetic tool.
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
Well, I just have a few questions for you. First off, what do you do to minimize calving ease problems with your cattle in the university herds?
Well, we really use all the tools that are available to us. You know, we really like to just really just study all the information that's available on the bulls. We really like to just look at the EPDs. You know, as much information as we can gather on a replacement bull, we really like to do that, and we really work pretty hard at selecting the appropriate heifers that we can to meet our environment.
Okay, so how do you factor postnatal growth into that?
You know, it's a balancing act for sure. We've really got to focus on some low birth weight stuff to manage our workforce and our workload in the springtime during calving. But at the same time, we really need to make sure that pounds of meat is what we're producing. And if a calf is born lightweight, it doesn't do us any good if they don't put on some pounds after birth and before weaning.
So I guess one more question here. What do you see as being the benefits of identifying these QTLs and using this genetic tool as a commercial producer?
Yeah, anytime we can add another tool into our toolbox, it's definitely a positive thing. We really do like to just really enhance our accuracy and just anything we can do to improve our sustainability as an operation. That's really something that's gonna help us as producers.
Okay. All right. I guess I do have one more question here for you. How do you find the sex of a chromosome?
You look in their genes.
Very nice. Well, that's all I have here now. So now we're going to try and go find somebody with a little more personal experience. Hi, so we're here with Tina. We're going to ask her a few questions. So, Tina, what was your birth weight? Very nice. So, what did your mother think about that? Well, there you have it, folks. If you have any questions, feel free to email them to the address below. And with that, I'll send it back to the studio.
Welcome back. Bryson, I'd also like to welcome you to our discussion table. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for rolling up your sleeves, getting your hands dirty, and handling those interviews for us. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Tim, where would you like to see this technology go in the future and this study?
Well, Matt, I want to see more improvement in accuracy of this technology. I want to see them push that 10% explanation variance. I want to see that push towards, 80 to 90%, get that increased accuracy. So then this is a viable technology for producers to use. Now, I also look for this improvement in technology in genetic testing to reduce the cost of tests, just like this evaluation of paternal calving peas. Now, for the producers, how will this paternal calving ease evaluation tool impact your sectors?
Well, I see, as a purebred producer myself, I see this not impacting our sector as much. We utilize other SNP chips such as the Zoetis I50K as well as the GeneSeq SNP chip. And so I don't see that as being a tool that we would utilize since we already have our own more efficient methods. But as a commercial guy, what are your thoughts here, Shay?
Well, this is something that we can use. It's just another tool that we can use when we either bring in different bulls that aren't registered, like what Bryson has, or when we're trying to test our own herd, our own calves to see if we want to use them as replacement bulls. It's just another thing that we can use to try and advance our own genetics.
Absolutely. No, it's a really good goal to have, guys. Well, first and foremost, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today on our discussion. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this episode of the kickoff to the calving season pregame show. Best of luck to everybody out there with your seasons. I hope for low birth weights, high weaning weights.
Yeah, reduced labor costs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reduced labor costs. Unfortunately, folks, that's all the time we have. So we'll see you this fall with Fall Works.